Conference that we only got 2 games wrong. We start with the Sunflower Showdown between Kansas and Kansas State. Another one we unfortunately get wrong. Just a little disappointed in the Jayhawks not putting up a decent fight. And it looked like Avery Johnson had his way against Kansas there on the road. KU was favored by 3 points, and they more than not covered. It is what it is. You know, you get some right, and well, unfortunately, we got that one wrong. We move to now BYU and Iowa State, and I was very, very happy that I got this one right. And then also, I was over in the chat for DGen Takes, who is another content creator over here on Rumble. I was talking some ish that BYU would blow out Iowa State. They almost do it. They were like in that range to getting a 3 possession lead there at the end, but come up short. But they win the game ultimately and continue to be undefeated as they get a nice big road win against the Cyclones, 41-27. Bear Bachmeier continues to roll. Texas Tech, they have a nice bounce back win against Oklahoma State there in Lubbock. 42-0 is the end result between them and the Cowboys. Yeah, the Red Raiders still in it for possibly a date in Arlington for a Big 12 title. They just have to now rely on other teams losing and then also winning out. Baylor go over to Cincinnati to play the Bearcats and lose 41-20. Brendan Sorsby having a great outing and continuing to win as they're also in decent position. It's been a nice kind of bounce back from the last couple of seasons so far in the Big 12. They kind of were the bottom teams there in their early seasons. Now kind of turn things around going into 2025 and again ranked and being consistent. That's all that really matters. TCU went on the road to Morgantown. They beat West Virginia 23-17. The Horned Frogs were favored by 15 points. They obviously don't cover. Looks like West Virginia made some improvements. We'll see if they can win a game or two here at the end of the season, but most likely not. One that we got wrong, Houston go on the road to Tempe and beat Arizona State 24-16, handing the Sun Devils their first loss in a while there at home. Arizona State was favored by 7 points. It was kind of falling from the beginning of the week. It was an 8-point line being set. And they just were not good enough. They were down like 24-0. They kind of do these things of putting themselves in holes that are very hard to get out of there in the first half. And in the second half, they just didn't have enough juice. The final game was actually the final game to kick off yesterday. That was between Colorado and Utah. The Utes were up 42 or 43-0 there at halftime. So this game was basically over. Colorado just got belt to cheeks there in Salt Lake City. Utah was favored by 13.5 points. They more than covered against the primetime Puffs, who are struggling without Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders and company. There's other receivers there as well that left to the NFL. And we'll see if Coach Prime can recoup anything for this season, as again they fall 53-7. How the Big 12 looks for the standings, well, this is how it's looking. Pretty interesting because of the kind of second place position. If BYU continues to just win game after game, they pass the test there in Ames. They will have another test on the road in Lubbock, Texas. That'll be a big matchup between them and the Red Raiders. But if they pass that, they are basically in the Big 12 championship game. Who their opponent will be, well, they have Cincinnati. If they beat Texas Tech, then that kind of puts the Red Raiders out of it. Houston is still now in it. They are ranked there in the AP as they beat the Sun Devils. Utah somewhat still there. They kind of have to rely on other teams losing to possibly have a rematch against BYU there in Arlington. And then Arizona State, Kansas State, TCU have like the low percentage chance of being a representative there in that conference title game. And that is what the standings look so far here in the Big 12.